Well, hey there, folks. We received a package in the mail today from 307 amps. As you can see, I have not opened it up. It's totally sealed. I'm going to go ahead and open it up on camera, so stand by. We'll see what's in there. Alright, folks, we got it opened up. As usual, we got packing peanuts and probably a whole lot of bubble wrap in there. It's just me holding the camera, so I just wanted to show you how it came. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff out of there, and then we'll continue. Alright, folks, we got some packing peanuts down there. We still got some inside of here all around it. Got the bubble wrap around it, the big bubble wrap on the sides here. And look what Mr. 307 sent us. Now, rumor has it, well, I'm going to get in trouble for this. Rumor has it, there's a guy out there looking for one of these stickers to put on his amp. Hey, the highest bidder. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that to Jim. Jim was gracious enough to send us these, and Jim, I don't know if you noticed, but you probably noticed. You got tipped 20 bucks, man. So we really appreciate this. Thank you. One of these are going to go on my cabinet over there by my radio stuff over there. And I think one of them will go on our back windows or something. We'll figure it out. But don't worry, bud. These aren't going to end up in the wrong hands or anything like that. Let's get this amp out of here. Alright, folks. There's the packing peanuts. There's all the bubble wrap and stuff. Just like to show that. That's all the stuff that was in there, so you knew it was nice and secure. Here's the amp right here. It's wrapped in more bubble wrap. We're going to go ahead and get her opened up, so stand by. Okay, folks, here we are. We got it all unwrapped. He had 2 layers of bubble wrap on the amp itself, so it was nice and secure in there. Just want to show it all here. Not the best lighting, but I like the black grill. That looks pretty cool on there. Okay, here's the front of it. This here is a 2x6, 220/290s, driving 628/79s. Got the variable on it. And we did ask him to put a LED light on it. We just asked him to tone it down so it's, it's dim. Because 191, this is his amp. He wanted a light on it, just didn't want it blinding him at night in his truck. So, looks pretty good. Okay, here's the back. Man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure this one out here. How am I going to figure out which wire does what, guys? No, just kidding. It's self-explanatory, but for folks that wouldn't know, regardless of the color of the wire, he uses this because this is like a real flexible, high-quality silicone wire here. You can see that's some good wire. You got 3 of them. It's just easier to run 3 than it is, one big one in there. But yeah, this is always going to be your positive, guys, no matter what color it is. And then if it has a lug, that's always your ground lug. So that's where you'll ground it, just in case you don't know. Teflon connectors. Nice, correct size of heatsink in there. Really clean. I asked him to put remote jacks on my last amp. I didn't even ask Jim to put one on this one. He just did it. I mean, that's just, the kind of guy he is. Looking real good. Okay, so what we're going to do for this is we're going to run a 2 gauge for the ground off of here. That'll go directly to the chassis. And then this here, we're going to run these to a appropriate sized lug that'll go in a... or actually, how are we going to do this? Yep. Okay, so this... Okay, we'll run a piece of 2 gauge off of here as long as this. And we're going to connect it to a 175 Anderson connector. And then on the other side, we're running 2 gauge right to the battery and then to the chassis. So that's all these will go in one connector. And we have the appropriate size ones here. We'll go ahead and hydraulically crimp it and solder it too. Looks pretty good though. You guys want to see the inside? Stand by. Alright folks, here we go. I just popped the cover off. Show you what he's got in there for a fan. He's using these little voltage regulators here that he builds. That way you don't overvolt your fan. It's not very good lighting, but hopefully you can see it. That's actually a really cool. So, nice ground strap in there. There's the remote jack right there. I want you guys to really be able to get in here and see this stuff. See what's, see what's going on in this amp. Got your metal clads there. Now these are the regular 2879, just, 16 D08, the ones that they're calling standards now. Not the C's. That's why there's 3 wires. You can see they're distributed on the positive bus bar there. I mean, I let Jim know I was going to make a video of this, and whether I let him know or not, I mean, it's going to come the same quality, because I never even told him I was going to make a video on the last 2, the 4-pill and the 1x4 I bought. I mean, this is what you guys are going to get, if you order something from them. I don't know, guys. Looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty clean to me. Look at how he does his wiring there. I mentioned this in the last video. He explained to me that, the way he had always built, or, been taught to build, or I'm really not sure, but he never runs one coax over another coax. He always keeps them separated, and that's true in this too. Whether it's, bad for it or it doesn't matter, that's how he does it, and I've seen that consistently with his builds. There's nothing to hide in here. I just think it's really clean. He puts his, you can tell he puts his heart into every one of these amps he builds. And there's always one person out there who's going to comment, oh, there's flux on the board. I had another amp built by another buddy of mine who lives in northern Nevada, and God forbid there was a tiny bit of flux on the board, and the guy comments, oh, there's solder on the board, it's going to come loose, it's going to, cause an electrical short. In that amp, that had nothing to do with 307. That's another amp totally, but it wasn't solder, man. It was flux. You can't help little tiny things like that. But totally clean, totally nice. I mean, come on, guys. Where are you gonna get something, I mean, you guys can get your amps from whoever you want, and there's a lot of good amp builders out there. I'm not putting anyone down. But what makes 307 different, my opinion, you can talk to the guy, and he's a normal guy, and he'll listen to you, he'll work with you, his head isn't swelled up, and he does clean work, and his customer service is second to none. That's where it's at. Anyways, I'll make a second video here in a little while. I'm going to hook this up and I'm going to try to run it. I'm going to try to run it on a 150 amp power supply I have over here, see if we can do it. I'm going to do that next, so that'll be uploaded today. And guys, I just want to say, if you do contact Jim at 307 and you want an amp built, please be certain of what you want before you contact him. Don't change your mind halfway through it. Don't expect him to refund you once he builds you an amp because you need money to make your car payment or buy a carton of cigarettes. I don't know what it is, right? I'm just telling you, This guy is great to work with. He does great work. And the people that are demanding their money back because they don't have their finances in order, they're going to ruin it for everyone. Right now, everyone has a great thing with Jim. Okay? I'm telling you, don't ruin it, people. Be certain of what you want when you call them or talk to them and figure out what you want. And don't go back on your word once you decide. I'm just throwing that out there. Because I wouldn't tolerate it. And I don't think he should have to tolerate it either. So this is 191 Super K Mo Bills amp here. And man, he's just going to be thrilled with this. Alright folks, let me get it back together and I'll make a second video. Y'all be good out there.